I've been getting a lot of questions lately about the difference between hurricanes, tornadoes, typhoons, cyclones, and monsoons. So in this episode of Life Noggin, we're going to answer those questions, and hopefully by the end, you will know the difference between all of them. Let's get started. First, we have hurricanes. A hurricane is a tropical cyclone with sustained winds of at least 74 miles per hour. They form over warm ocean water and get their energy from the water vapor in the air. As the vapor condenses, it releases heat which forms clouds and also causes the air to rise. This rising air forms a low pressure center, and as more vapor gets drawn in, the storm gets stronger. The name hurricane comes from the Mayan word huracan, which means god of the hurricanes. Next, we have tornadoes. Tornadoes are violently rotating columns of air that are in contact with both the Earth's surface and a thunderstorm. Although they can occur in the ocean, the majority happen on land, and they usually only last for a few minutes. The word tornado actually means spinning top in Spanish and Italian. Third, we have typhoons. Typhoons are essentially the same thing as hurricanes, but they form in different parts of the world. While hurricanes form in the Atlantic Ocean, typhoons form in the Northwest Pacific Ocean. The word typhoon comes from the Chinese word typhon, which means wind that changes. Then we have cyclones. Like typhoons, cyclones are also the same thing as hurricanes, just in a different location. They form in the South Pacific and Indian Oceans. The word cyclone comes from the Greek word for circular, which is cyclo. Finally, we have monsoons. A monsoon is a seasonal wind that causes a large amount of precipitation. Monsoons can be either a tropical or subtropical cyclone. Unlike the others, which are named based on their location, the term monsoon refers to the seasonal wind patterns that cause heavy rainfall during certain times of the year. In some regions, monsoons are associated with devastating floods, while in other areas they bring much needed water after long periods of drought. The word monsoon is thought to have originated from the Arabic word mansum, which means to please. So what's the difference between them? Well, the main difference between hurricanes, tornadoes, typhoons, and cyclones is their location. Now, all four are tropical cyclones, but they are called by different names depending on where they form. For example, a hurricane that forms in the Mediterranean Sea would be called a typhoon if it were to form in the Pacific Ocean. In general, the main difference between them is their location, the speed of the winds, and the area over which they occur. Do you know any other weather-related terms that you want me to define? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, stay tuned for more information.